The scandal broke. The cameras arrived. The address that no one knew yesterday was on every news broadcast by morning. In this video, we revisit places connected to celebrity scandals and see what they look like now. The Viper Room, 885 2 Sunset Boulevard, West Hollywood, California. River Phoenix collapsed on the sidewalk outside on Halloween night, 1993, from a cocaine and heroin overdose. His brother Joaquin's 911 call broadcast on news stations worldwide. Johnny Depp co-owning the club at the time, the venue changing ownership multiple times since, plans to demolish and redevelop into a boutique hotel repeatedly proposed. The sidewalk where Phoenix died, still a sidewalk on the Sunset Strip. Neverland Ranch, 5225 Figueroa Mountain Road, Los Olivos, California. Michael Jackson's 2,700-acre compound, where the 2003 molestation allegations centered, the ranch raided by 70 sheriff's deputies in a televised search. Jackson acquitted on all counts in 2005 and never returning. Sold in 2020 for $22 million to Ron Burkle. Renamed Sycamore Valley Ranch. The amusement park and zoo dismantled, the property being returned to a working cattle ranch. The Beverly Hilton, 987 6 Wilshire Boulevard, Beverly Hills, California. Whitney Houston found dead in the bathtub of Suite 434 on February 11, 2012, while Clive Davis's pre-Grammy gala continued in the ballroom downstairs. The hotel still operating as one of the most prestigious in Beverly Hills, the suite still bookable, the Golden Globe Awards still held in its international ballroom every January. Brentwood Estate, 360 North Rockingham Avenue, Los Angeles, California. O.J. Simpson's Tudor-style mansion, where the infamous slow-speed Bronco chase ended on June 17, 1994. An estimated 95 million people watching live. The house demolished in 1998 by a new owner who changed the address. A different home built on the lot. The most watched address in American television history erased from the map. Nicole Brown Simpson's condominium, 875 South Bundy Drive, Brentwood, California. Nicole Brown Simpson and Ron Goldman found stabbed to death on the walkway on June 12, 1994. The crime scene photographs becoming the most analyzed evidence in the trial of the century. The address changed, the exterior significantly altered, the condominium still a private residence where the walkway has been redesigned so completely that the original layout is unrecognizable. Sparks Steakhouse, 210 East 46th Street, Manhattan, New York. Paul Castellano and his driver Thomas Bellotti shot dead outside during the dinner rush on December 16, 1985. John Gotti watching from a car across the street. The restaurant still operating at the same address, still serving steaks. The sidewalk where the Gambino boss fell, now walked over by diners who may or may not know what happened at the entrance 40 years ago. The Lorraine Motel, 450 Mulberry Street, Memphis, Tennessee. Martin Luther King Jr., assassinated on the second-floor balcony on April 4, 1968. Room 306, preserved as he left it. Converted into the National Civil Rights Museum in 1991, over 250,000 visitors a year. The balcony railing where he was standing visible from the street. The Ambassador Hotel, 3400 Wilshire Boulevard, Los Angeles, California. Robert F. Kennedy shot in the kitchen pantry on June 5, 1968 minutes after winning the California primary, dying the following day. The hotel sitting abandoned for years before being demolished in 2006. The site now, the Robert F. Kennedy Community Schools Complex. Students attending class on the ground where a presidential candidate was murdered. The Dakota, 1 West 72nd Street, Manhattan, New York. John Lennon shot in the archway on December 8, 1980 by Mark David Chapman, who had asked for his autograph 6 hours earlier. The building's board never permitting a plaque. Strawberry fields across the street serving as the memorial, the archway walked through daily by residents and delivery drivers. Chateau Marmont, 822 1 Sunset Boulevard, Hollywood, California. John Belushi dying from a speedball at Bungalow, 3 on March 5, 1982. Lindsay Lohan banned after running up a $46,000 bill in 2012. Helmut Newton killed when his car crashed, leaving the driveway in 2004. Brittany Murphy's final public outings photographed here. The hotel still operating as Hollywood's most notorious address. The bungalows still rentable. The scandals part of the room rate. The Chelsea Hotel, 222 West 23rd Street, Manhattan, New York. Sid Vicious's girlfriend Nancy Spungen, found stabbed in room 100 on October 12, 1978. The hotel that housed Leonard Cohen, Bob Dylan, Janis Joplin, and Arthur Miller. Undergoing a luxury renovation lasting over a decade, the bohemian landmark being converted into a boutique hotel. Room 100 no longer Room 100. Hugh Grant arrest site, Hawthorne Avenue, Hollywood, California. Grant arrested on June 27, 1995, with sex worker Divine Brown in a BMW parked near Sunset Boulevard, the mugshot becoming one of the most famous in celebrity history. The stretch of Hawthorne Avenue near Sunset unchanged, the arrest occurring 2 weeks before the premiere of 9 Months. Grant's career surviving entirely because of his appearance on The Tonight Show, where Jay Leno asked, "What the hell were you thinking?" Winona Ryder's Saks. 5th Avenue, 9600 Wilshire Boulevard, Beverly Hills, California. Ryder arrested for shoplifting $5,500 worth of merchandise from the Beverly Hills Saks on December 12, 2001. The security footage played on every news channel, the store still operating at the same location. The incident destroying her career for over a decade before her comeback in Stranger Things. Tiger Woods' crash site, Dean Burda Drive, Windermere, Florida. Woods crashing his Cadillac Escalade into a fire hydrant and tree outside his Windermere home at 2:25 a.m. on November 27, 2009. His wife Elin Nordegren reportedly using a golf club to break the window. The crash beginning, the unraveling that revealed over a dozen extramarital affairs, the house in a gated community, the hydrant replaced, the tree still standing. The Standard Hotel, 830 Sunset Boulevard, West Hollywood, California. Kiefer Sutherland tackling a Christmas tree in the lobby in 2006. Britney Spears photographed in various states at the rooftop bar. The hotel becoming TMZ's most reliable source of celebrity meltdown footage during the mid-2000s. The hotel closing permanently in 2021, the building's future uncertain. Paris Hilton's DUI arrest in jail, Linwood, California. Hilton arrested for DIY on September 7, 2006, violating probation and sentenced to 45 days at the Century Regional Detention Facility in Linwood, serving 23 days in 2007. The jail stint broadcast live by helicopter. The jail still operating, the era of Paris Hilton's tabloid dominance now studied as the birth of modern celebrity culture. Britney Spears, head-shaving salon, 12,050 Ventura Boulevard, Tarzana, California. Spears walking into Esther's hair salon on February 16, 2007, and shaving her own head while paparazzi photographed through the window. The image becoming the defining symbol of celebrity breakdown in the 21st century. The salon has since closed, and the space has changed tenants, the moment it captured leading eventually to the conservatorship that controlled her life for 13 years. R. Kelly's Chicago studio, 219 North Justine Street, Chicago, Illinois. The R&B singer's recording studio, where multiple women allege they were held against their will, the building raided by authorities during the investigation that led to his 2022 conviction on sex trafficking charges and a 30-year sentence. The building still standing in Chicago's West Loop neighborhood. Bill Cosby's Cheltenham Estate, Cheltenham Township, Pennsylvania. The mansion where Andrea Constand alleged she was drugged and assaulted in January 2004, the case leading to Cosby's 2018 conviction, overturned on procedural grounds in 2021, convicted again in a separate civil trial in 2022. The estate in suburban Philadelphia, still owned by the Cosby family. 10,050 Cielo Drive, Beverly Hills, California. Sharon Tate and 4 others murdered by Manson family members on August 9, 1969, Tate 8 months pregnant, PIG written in blood on the front door. The house demolished in 1994, the address changed to 10066, a new home built on the lot. the most infamous address in Los Angeles replaced by a structure designed to erase it. The Hacienda Motel site, 9137 South Figueroa Street, Los Angeles. Sam Cooke shot by motel manager Bertha Franklin on December 11, 1964, under disputed circumstances. The ruling of justifiable homicide never accepted by his family. The motel demolished years ago, the site now a commercial property. The inventor of soul music killed at 33 at an address that no longer exists. The Watergate Hotel, 2650 Virginia Avenue Northwest, Washington, D.C., 5 men arrested breaking into the Democratic National Committee headquarters on June 17, 1972. The scandal eventually forcing Richard Nixon's resignation, the word Watergate entering the language as a suffix for every political scandal since. The hotel renovated and reopened as a luxury property in 2016, leaning into its notoriety with a scandal room package. Fatty Arbuckle's St. Francis Hotel, 335 Powell Street, San Francisco, California. Roscoe Arbuckle's Labor Day party in rooms 1219 to 1221 on September 5, 1921, where actress Virginia Rappe fell ill and died 4 days later. Arbuckle charged with manslaughter and acquitted after 3 trials. The Westin St. Francis still operating on Union Square, the rooms renumbered, the scandal that destroyed the biggest comedy star before Chaplin, now a footnote in the hotel's century of operation. Cobo Arena, 301 Civic Center Drive, Detroit, Michigan. Nancy Kerrigan clubbed in the knee by an associate of Tanya Harding's ex-husband, Jeff Gillooly, on January 6, 1994, after a practice session at the U.S. Figure Skating Championships. The plot hatched in Portland, Oregon, the Why Me footage becoming the most replayed sports clip of the decade. The arena demolished in 2019 to make way for an expansion of the adjacent TCF Center. The skating scandal, a cultural memory that produced a documentary, a film, and a permanent place in Olympic lore. Studio 54, 254 West 54th Street, Manhattan, New York. The nightclub where Steve Rubell and Ian Schrager hosted the most exclusive parties of the 1970s before being arrested for tax evasion, skimming $2.5 million in unreported income, both serving 13 months in prison. The building now, a Broadway theater called Studio 54. The velvet rope gone, the cocaine gone, the dance floor replaced by orchestra seating. Michael Vick's Bad News Kennels, 1915 Moonlight Road, Smithfield, Virginia. The property where Vick operated a dog fighting ring from 2001 to 2007. The investigation revealing dogs had been electrocuted, drowned, hanged, and shot on the property. Vick serving 21 months in federal prison. The property seized and sold. The dogs rehabilitated by Best Friends Animal Society, with most successfully rehomed. Jeffrey Epstein's Manhattan townhouse, 9 East 71st Street, Manhattan, New York. The 7-story townhouse where Epstein allegedly trafficked and abused underage girls for decades. The largest private residence in Manhattan, the address visited by politicians, business leaders, and royalty, whose associations with Epstein continue to generate investigations. Epstein dying in his cell at the Metropolitan Correctional Center on August 10, 2019, in circumstances ruled suicide but widely disputed. The townhouse sold in 2021 for $51 million. Phil Spector's Alhambra Castle, 1700 South Grand Avenue, Alhambra, California. Actress Lana Clarkson found shot dead in the foyer on February 3, 2003. Spector convicted of second-degree murder in 2009 after 2 trials. The Pyrenees Castle still standing in Alhambra, the producer who created The Wall of Sound dying in prison in 2021. The foyer where Clarkson was shot behind the same front door. Ray Rice Elevator, Revel Casino, Atlantic City, New Jersey. TMZ publishing security camera footage on September 8, 2014, of Rice punching his fiancée, Janae Palmer, unconscious in an elevator at the Revel Casino and dragging her body out. The Revel Casino closing permanently in 2014 and sitting vacant for years before being sold and reopened as the Ocean Casino Resort. The elevator somewhere inside a building that has changed names and owners. Pete Rose's betting scandal, Riverfront Stadium's site, Cincinnati, Ohio. Rose banned from baseball for life on August 24, 1989, for betting on games including his own while managing the Reds' Riverfront Stadium, where he managed Demolished in 2002. The site now a parking lot and mixed-use development. The Hit King still banned from the Hall of Fame. The stadium where he bet on his own team replaced by concrete. The Biograph Theater, 2433 North Lincoln Avenue, Chicago, Illinois. John Dillinger shot by FBI agents outside the theater on July 22, 1934, after being betrayed by the lady in red, who identified him as he exited a showing of Manhattan melodrama. The theater operating until 2004, now the Victory Gardens Theater, the alley where Dillinger fell still accessible, women at the time reportedly dipping handkerchiefs in his blood before police washed the scene down within hours. Elizabeth Taylor and Richard Burton's Cleopatra set. Cinecittà Studios, Rome, Italy. Taylor and Burton's affair during the 1963 filming of Cleopatra, both married to other people, the Vatican condemning Taylor for erotic vagrancy. The scandal nearly shutting down the most expensive film ever made. Cinecittà still operating as Italy's most famous film studio. The affair producing a marriage, a divorce, a second marriage, and a second divorce. Heidi Fleece's Benedict Canyon House, Los Angeles, California. The Hollywood madam arrested in 1993 running a prostitution ring whose client list allegedly included some of the most powerful men in the entertainment industry, the list never fully released. The Benedict Canyon House sold, flash serving 20 months, the client list remaining the most sought-after document in Hollywood gossip history. Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles, 106 West Manchester Avenue, Los Angeles, California. PNB Rock shot and killed during a robbery on September 12, 2022. His girlfriend's social media post allegedly revealing their location, the incident reigniting debate about celebrity safety and location sharing. The restaurant permanently closed and demolished in 2023, the site now a vacant lot. Sean Combs's residences, Star Island, Miami Beach, and Holmby Hills, Los Angeles. Both properties raided by Homeland Security on March 25, 2024 in connection with sex trafficking allegations. Combs arrested in September 2024 and denied bail 3 times. Found guilty of 2 counts of transportation for prostitution in July 2025, sentenced to 50 months in October 2025. The Frolic Room, 6245 Hollywood Boulevard, Hollywood, California. The bar next door to the Pantages Theater, where Elizabeth Short, the Black Dahlia, was reportedly last seen alive on January 14, 1947, before her mutilated body was found in a vacant lot on South Norton Avenue the following day. The Frolic Room still operating with its original neon sign, the Black Dahlia case remaining the most famous unsolved murder in Los Angeles history. Whiskey A Go-Go, 8901 Sunset Boulevard, West Hollywood, California. Jim Morrison arrested for indecent exposure and simulating a sex act on stage at the Dinner Key Auditorium in Miami on March 1, 1969. But the Whiskey being the venue that first banned The Doors after Morrison used a profanity on stage in 1966 that no club would tolerate. The Whiskey still operating on the Sunset Strip, Morrison's ban long since irrelevant. The venue that kicked out The Doors now trading on the association. The Monkey Bar, 60 East 54th Street, Manhattan, New York. The legendary Midtown bar where countless deals, affairs, and confrontations between the most powerful people in media, politics, and entertainment played out across decades of Manhattan nightlife. Still operating in the Hotel Elysee, the bar where the gossip columns were fed, still serving martinis to people who would prefer not to be photographed.